It gives me a great pleasure and a prestige to be here this morning to officially open the Sanatan Youth Workshop, the first ever, if I'm right, organized in Fiji. It is combined efforts such as this from groups, individuals, and organizations which paves the platform for worthwhile training, positive deliberations, and knowledge enhancement. And I thank you all for being part of it. I foremost take this opportunity to applaud the efforts of Sri Sanatan Dharam Prathinidhi Sabha Fiji towards promoting the key Sanatan values. And I also want to thank the Indian High Commission for supporting the initiative. For any organization to prosper and reach the pinnacle of the set objectives and vision, the vital elements of solidarity and passion are mandatory. The Sanatan organization over the years has certainly shown this commitment, and that is the very reason this organization has grown in size, stature, and importance. I also wholeheartedly acknowledge the hard work and commitment of the Sanatan Youth Group for organizing a workshop which focuses on youth development. My special thanks and appreciation goes to all the participants of today's workshop. I'm delighted that in attendance today we have our energetic and aspiring young people who are future leaders of our beloved nation. The importance you have given to this workshop to enrich and develop yourself on youth-related subjects is a testimony of your greater vision of life and the commitment to serve your people. Ladies and gentlemen, under the Bainimarama government, Fiji is quickly becoming the economic and knowledge hub of the Pacific. The vision of the Fiji First government is based on the core value and goal of national unity, founded through the fundamentals of democracy, common and equal citizenship, fairness, appreciation of all, including the disadvantaged and the less fortunate, good governance, transparency, accountability, and a just society. We have enshrined this in all aspects of the 2013 Constitution of the Republic of Fiji. The government of the day has spearheaded the campaign to root out all past racial and discriminatory ideologies, practices, policies, and unite all Fijians for the common goal of peace and prosperity. Therefore, we need you, the youths of the nation, to join us in this concerted effort towards creating a better Fiji for all, including our future generation. Ladies and gentlemen, if we have lost the current generation of the elderly, then our hope is the current generation of youths who would secure our future Fiji, which is united along these universal values and practices which Fiji and is enshrined in the 2013 Constitution. So, together, it becomes our duty to ensure that our youths that are in our custody now, through our school system, through the various formal and informal institutions, how we could nurture them, how we could give them the right information, right knowledge to build and secure future Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, our youths are the engine room of our nation. Proper nourishment of our youths, not only in terms of health and nutrition, but also in terms of knowledge and education, is mandatory for a healthy and robust nation. No longer can we keep our youths on the sidelines when trying to counter contemporary issues. We need to collaborate with youths and train them to take the new challenges head-on and deliver successful solutions. One of the ways that we are doing this in Fiji at the current time is by ensuring that all Fijians have all the opportunities to education which they deserve and which is clearly enshrined in the 2030 Constitution. Some think that discourse on contemporary and future Fiji is the domain of the adults only. Unfortunately, this is not true. We must get out of this thinking because youths determine future Fiji. We need to ensure, or we need to seize this opportunity of giving right information to our youths so that we can clearly secure future Fiji by preparing youths of today for future leaders of our beloved country. So, ladies and gentlemen, nation building for future Fiji depends on us who are responsible of various institutions, both formal and informal, who could play a very vital role in ensuring that our youths get the right information. Nation building requires us to first of all define what are the kind of future Fijians we want, what kind of virtues that we want, and starting from there, we define our education system. I've said always that education system is about holistic development. It's about what kind of future Fijians we want in this country. It is not only about discharging mainstream education for a particular qualification. It is about development of future Fijian leaders. In this regard, I note that the workshop will focus on launching, which has been launched, the Sanatan Sustainable Youth Development Goals 2013 for Sustainable Future. Remarkable vision that you have. And I note the 8 goals will look into enhancing our culture and human values, energy-efficient communities, disaster response and management, reduction in non-communicable diseases, reduction in suicide and gender violence, sports and talent development, sustainable employment opportunities, and climate action. Ladies and gentlemen, if we decompose the society of institutions, both formal and informal, we can then tease out which institutions could fall in one or many of these, or more of these 8 goals, and could then provide the foundation for nourishing and inculcating issues relating to these 8 goals. The platform has been set, the foundation has been set. It is now up to us to see how we could ensure that we support this delivery of these 8 goals amongst our youths in Fiji. I also suggest that whenever we organize various forums under the umbrella of the Sanatan Dharam Pratinidhi Sabha of Fiji, we do take advantage of those forums, whether it's mostly sports or cultural, to circulate these 8 goals and what it is to be a Sanatan youth. Often we get lost into the operational aspects of those conventions or those events, but we fail to realize that those events are a vehicle to espouse and put forward the values of Sanatan. So we must, at every point in time, circulate this blueprint on these 8 goals and how it could dovetail into being a Sanatan youth and the ultimate goal of delivering a peaceful, secure future Fiji through this holistically developed Sanatan youths. Ladies and gentlemen, the world itself converged in launching and committing countries to Agenda 2030 of the Sustainable Development Goals in 2015. The attainment of 17 core goals, of which Fiji is part of, will ensure lasting global peace and prosperity. But I must say that while we are operating at the national level to deliver these goals. And I must also admit that Fiji is a leader in terms of the extent of how the 17 goals has been delivered in the entire Pacific region. This is the first time where, cascading down from the macro level, at the micro level, a faith-based group has decided to support the 17 sustainable goals through its youth group. Not a single informal or formal institution at the local level in Fiji, since the launching of the Sustainable Development Goals, has decided to adapt it in its own way, how it could, using the youths, deliver onto the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. This is the original thinking. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Prime Minister is already at the forefront of leading the world in the fight against climate change. And this development today really is a remarkable testimony of how his thinking is cascading down to different levels in our Fijian society. Ladies and gentlemen, during the day-long workshop, there will be important keynote speakers who will be making some significant presentations. I'm sure the different areas that these speakers will touch on will create knowledge expansion in all of you. I urge you that all the training and knowledge expansion that you attain must not stop here. You must all go back to your association groups. You are leaders of various clubs, mandalis, or other groups, let's say women's club or youth clubs in your own villages. And I hope that this knowledge would be then provided to them, and how we could leverage them to be part of this national movement started by Sanatan, Fiji. I see this as a national movement, first ever national movement on Sanatan goals today launched by the Assistant General Secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my pleasure to officially open this workshop, and I take this opportunity to wish you all the best. I do hope, I feel like, I just hope that I was a youth at this time. Age-wise, thinking-wise, still a youth. But I don't want to steal the thunder from Honorable Elbik Maharaj. He always claims that he's the only youth MP amongst us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all the best. My pleasure to open the workshop. Thank you, Naka.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. Now I'd like to call upon